Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
The Lisa Mateo Stock Movers is the Stock Movers. It's a podcast. Happy 2026.
Back at ya. I'm glad to hear. So we have a lot of movement, right? This is all centered around the news events out of Venezuela over the weekend. I got to start with the U.S. oil stocks. President Trump, he said U.S. oil companies are going to spend billions of dollars to rebuild Venezuela's energy infrastructure. And Venezuela has the world's largest crude reserve. So we're talking about Chevron, CVX, as a ticker, Exxon, XOM, and ConocoPhillips, COP. So I want to start with Chevron. Their shares have been up as much as 10%. It's the only American oil major currently operating in Venezuela that was under a special U.S. permission. So it's really best positioned to immediately benefit from greater U.S. access. They produce about 20% of the country's oil under a sanctions waiver. They ship the crude to U.S. refineries. You look at ConocoPhillips. They said this weekend it's too soon to kind of speculate about the future business activities. But in the past, you had Exxon CEO who said that it would look into any potential opportunity in Venezuela. But the problem is that it's going to be cautious because its assets there have been kind of expropriated in the past. International arbitrators, they've ruled ConocoPhillips actually owed more than $8 billion by Venezuela. Exxon still owed about $1 billion. That's stemming from the nationalization of those assets. But also, if you look at the three largest oil service companies like Halliburton, SLB, Baker Hughes, they all jumped more than 9% on the news. So that's on the oil front. Then we go to the gold front because gold has been soaring on this news too. Spot gold, yes, copper as well. Spot gold rose as much as 2.5%. You had silver gaining almost 5%. So we look at gold stocks like Newmont, ticker NEM, Barrick Mining, ticker B. Their shares up about 2 to 2.5%. But gold, yes, often rallies the short term as geopolitical tensions start to rise. But it's the timing of it for gold because it's fresh from posting that best annual performance since 1979. Some leading banks forecast more gains in gold this year. You had Goldman Sachs saying last month that its base case was for a rally of about $4,900 an ounce. So it was already kind of seeing this lift, and this is giving it a little bit more of a lift. So we covered oil, gold. I want to touch on tech because yes, you're welcome. Memory chip equipment stocks rising, but you have this continued AI optimism, right? You look at Micron, ticker MU, their shares up about 3%. You have AMD, their shares up about 3% as well. Even Applied Materials, that's ticker AMAT, has been up 2%. But at the same time, we can't forget all this talk we've been having, CES in Las Vegas.
Is that going on now?
It officially kicks off tomorrow, but today you have NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. He's going to be talking to reporters.
People want to know, does Dan Ives go to CES?
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Probably.
He's out there big time.
Can you imagine? He takes the air. The thing is like ginormous, right?
Huge.
He walks in, he takes the air out of the room.
150,000 people looking for the latest tech gadget.
Oh, and what would he be wearing? That's the question.
When I was gone, you had Dan Ives on.
Yes, we did.
Did he behave himself?
He did very well. So he's all fired up about CES.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.